2, 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Feng's Caravan podcast. I'm your host Feng. We are in London today, and luckily for us, there's no rain, so it's a pretty sunny day, all things considered. So I'm currently working on a few projects, right? I got like a few music projects coming up, a few like software projects, so look forward to that, all right? And today we have a very special guest, Sebastian Gurtatowski, my very good friend. He's an actor, programmer, bricklayer. I mean, he's done a bunch of things. All right, this is a cool dude, all right? If you want a cool dude, this is your guy. So give it up for my friend, Sebastian.
Well, thanks for having me, Feng. Thanks for having me on your new podcast here. Glad to be here today.
No worries, man. I mean, I'm so happy to have like the future Brad Pitt right in front of me right now. Just saying. You never know, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so
one can dream, dude.
Okay, man, we're chilling. Anyway, so Sebastian, how are you doing, man? What's up? What's been going on?
No, I've been doing quite right, man. Taking it one day at a time. Been a bit of a struggle recently, to be honest, to find the motivation, But I think I'm coming back to it. I'm trying to find my way again. I think it's not too bad right now,
Nice.
I can see the path.
He has clarity. There you go. That's the thing with struggle, right? Like when you're in it, it's actually not about the struggle, I feel like. It's about your state of mind. You know what I mean? Like when you're working at the gym, if you like have a downtime, like you're depressed or something, you feel terrible. It's like, I don't want to do this. But you're at the same gym, you're still the same person, and you are hyped up, you're listening to the right music, and the workout's great, right? Have you ever had that?
No, yeah, for sure. I think honestly, it's just like it's kind of like a spiral, Like if you just let one day slip, one day you're not feeling it, you let it slip. Then man. The second day is easier to let it slip. Then the third is even easier.
You're reminding me of some very bad months.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it'd be like that sometimes, It'd be like that.
Ah, damn. Okay. So you've been going through that struggle. I mean, I gotta be honest, me too. I mean, we talked about this before the recording began, but something about your gut is telling you like this is not right. Something's not right now. I don't like this feeling. It could be internal, it could be external, but you gotta figure it out, right? Yeah, so I mean, I have the same experience as well recently. It's like, how do you describe it? You don't want to get out of bed. When you do get out of bed, you don't want to do what you're supposed to do, right? It's like, I want to do the A, B, and C, and I just don't have that energy, right?
Yeah.
And once you're doing it, actually, it feels great. But it's like, it's so much work to just get started. Getting started takes a lot of work. I think for me, that's how I know, like, okay, I'm in a bad spot right now. I need to, like, get out of this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, personally, I can attest to that 100%. It's like when you hear back from, like, a production, for example, and they ask for, like, a self-tape. It's like the idea of doing it is like, oh yeah, it's so cool, It's
so
fun,
before that, what is a self-tape?
It's basically when you apply for like you apply for an acting gig, and it's basically like an audition,
right?
But it's more like modernized now since COVID. They kind of audition, like in-person auditions kind of went away,
right? Okay,
and now it's basically all done on like.
But isn't that bad though? Because like in person, you see the person right there, right? Like if you do like a self-tape, you sort of lose something.
Oh yeah, no, I think so. I think I perform much better in person. Even if I look at all my various courses I've taken and stuff that are all in person, it's much easier to get into it properly.
Yeah, definitely. No, I get you. I think like it's gonna be good for some people, right? People who have anxiety. Because I have stories like, I do amazing when I'm not on camera. But if you put me in front of a camera, I just stutter, I'm anxious, I can't remember my lines, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for those people, it's better. But for people who get energy from being in a live set, you lose that, right? You lose that energy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like for me, I think it's very strange because I would think that self-tapes would be better for me because I'm actually more like introverted person, I would say, right? So, but the problem is that I feel like I perform much better under pressure.
Yeah, it's like the animal in you is like, I gotta survive, man.
Yeah.
I gotta fight.
And honestly, I feel like just doing the self-tapes, like the hardest part for me is like watching it back. You know what I mean? It's like I'm there like struggling like I just feel like I'm dying of cringe just looking at myself like doing this, trying to do this.
Oh my god!
So,
maybe you need like a partner, right? That you can show it to, and they can tell you whether it's good or not. You know, somebody who's like objective. You know.
Yeah, maybe.
Because like for you, it's not about like you see something that's good. Okay, so the bias is very strong, right? The cringe bias.
Yeah.
So even if you're doing well, you think you're doing bad, right? And if you're doing badly, you might think you're doing better than you are. Because again, it's just all bias. Or you just think it's all terrible, you know?
Yeah.
No matter if it's good or not. So you really need someone objective to like give you pointers, right? Like,
yeah,
that
that's
would
true.
be nice.
That's true. I mean, you know, I think I'm starting to get used to it a little bit. You know, having done a bunch of them now, it's getting a little easier. So hopefully it'll just be better and better from
How
this point.
what's the rate like? So for how many do you do like per month, and how many actually get you like a gig?
I mean, right now I'd say I probably get asked like two a week.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Around like
wait,
two
auditions or 2 gigs?
two self-tape requests.
Oh, right.
A week,
okay.
yeah. And then I will land like 1 a month maybe right now.
Okay, so if you average that out, it's like 8. 8 a month, and then you get like 4. Oh, you get 1.
I get 1, yeah.
1 out of 8. Okay,
right
no,
now,
that's pretty.
like
That's pretty consistent, right? That's for now. That's consistent. So what you want is 80 self tapes.
Yeah, exactly right.
And 10 gigs per month, right?
Yeah.
At that point, you're like steady.
That would be that's the.
Do you think you can do
target.
that? Like 80 self tapes?
80 self tapes. Honestly, I feel like I could, but it's just like you said, you know, it's like just a little struggle with like getting started, you know. Once you actually start, I feel like I can knock them out, but
yeah.
Then again, like it also like you start, you know, you need to like put like a lot of thought into it, you know, as much as you can, really. You know, try to develop the character and all that. It takes some time.
So I guess there's 2 questions there. One, what's your process of like before you record the self tape? What's your process of getting into it? And then before that, when you read the script, right? What's your process of learning about the character, like understanding the character? So what's your process? First of before I do the self tape, and the other is like I guess research about the character.
I mean, honestly, like the first thing I do is just I read through the script that's provided, and usually it's not a lot, so like
it's like a snippet.
Yeah, it's just like a small snippet. So after I read through it, I try to make some obvious observations about the character, which is like directly written in the script, for example. Because sometimes it will be directly written that for example, the character is very nervous or whatever. So you can make some obvious observations about it. But afterwards, you just need to let your imagination run rampant, you know, and you just have to pray that you manage to strike what the what the director is actually looking for, you know. So for example, you might get a script and you decide that I'm gonna play the character as like the evil guy here, you know. But in reality, if the director is looking for someone like acting very innocent, for example, like very confused, then you just didn't, you know, you didn't hit the right note.
I mean, I remember there was an interview with Jamie Foxx. He was talking about filming Django Unchained with Tarantino. Yeah. And he said when he first went into the reading room, he was like, "Oh, I'm Jamie Foxx. I'm a cool guy. I got my SUV. I got my stuff. I've got my shit." Immediately, Tarantino was like, "Stop. Everyone stop. You come with me out." He's just like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?" He's like, "You are a slave. Okay,
yeah,
you're not a cool guy. You don't have money. You're a slave. All right, you have nothing. You're powerless. You're being abused. All right, you have nothing. Stop acting like that. You have to go through the journey, and then you become the hero. All right, now you're a slave. So stop it." It's like,
exactly. It's you know, it's especially with the main characters, it's kind of easy to fall into that trap. You know, if you're playing one of the main characters, it's easy to see yourself as like the almighty hero. You know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so here's the thing: it's complicated, right? Acting is complicated. There are some actors which I can definitely say they can act vulnerable, but even when you're vulnerable, there's still a presence. You get what I mean? Like, I'm sad, I'm vulnerable, I'm weak, but even when I'm weak, there's like a presence to them.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah. It's all, at that point, it's mostly about just the visuals, when you're playing a character that's not really present verbally, you could say, in terms of lines and all that. It's just it all comes down to the visuals.
Wait a minute. That's important then. So in the self-tape, do you try to make the visuals fit the script as well, or no?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I mean, you need to try to, that's the struggle of it. It's like, in reality, like those casting directors are going to look at like 100, 200, 300
exactly.
tapes.
How are you going to stand out?
Exactly. So you do need to make bold decisions, as they call them.
Right.
So even though you might consider a character to be vulnerable, you might decide to play it in a crazy way just to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And if they like what they see, you can land the gig, But
dang, okay. Yeah. I mean, it is basically like a dice roll. So you can try as hard as you can. The tape that you put in the most effort, you don't get. The one you didn't even bother, you get.
Yeah, 100%.
Have you had that happen?
Yeah, for sure. It's honestly, it's so hard in this industry because like you said, like sometimes you can feel like it's like the worst, literally the worst tape that you've ever recorded, and it actually hits perfectly,
Right. So here's the thing, right? It goes back to that objectivity.
Yeah.
You will never be a good judge of how you're doing. I think, like, as an actor, not even an actor, like a creative, you are not the judge. The audience is the judge. Yeah. So before the thing gets filmed, the audience is like the casting director and the director and everyone involved there. When the thing comes out, the ultimate judge is the audience.
The audience, yeah.
Right? They decide whether you, thumbs up, thumbs down. They're like the emperor, man.
Yeah.
We love you. You suck.
Yeah. Judging whether you live or die, man.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something interesting. So yeah, that's actually a very important point. It's like when you make something, at a certain point you have to say, this isn't mine anymore. I have to be okay with whatever happens.
Yeah.
And as long as you can make peace with that, you're chill. You're cool.
Yeah, exactly. Especially at the beginning, right? At the beginning, I feel like, even if we're talking about creation in general, not like acting specifically, but if we're talking about creation, I feel like at the beginning you do need to lean into trying to, deliver a product for the people rather than focusing on what maybe you want to do specifically.
Right.
But once you do establish some form of an audience, then you can, people will be coming for you rather than for the products that you deliver. So then you can actually move on to stuff that makes you as a person stand out more rather than the product itself.
Right, yeah.
Which is kind of like, for example, with streaming, you can see that a lot, right?
Sure. Okay.
If you want to go blow up in like streaming, you do kind of need to follow the trends, the online trends, whatever's most popular. I mean, if you upload a video on YouTube right now of you playing Fallout 2 or something, people are not gonna be you're not gonna get many views because like people are not searching for that right now. Whereas,
hey, that might be changing soon, man. With the Fallout TV show coming out, it's the trend right now. Everyone's doing Fallout. The Fallout reactions are coming out. I mean, that's the algorithm.
But you get my point, It's
I see. Yeah, I get your point. There's a trend, you follow it.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas, like, once you actually like establish an audience, then you can just play whatever you want, and people will just be coming for you, So,
what do you think about some of the people in the film industry who say that the era of the the superstar or the right in Hollywood, right? You used to have these, or you still do sometimes have these actors where people go to watch them, not the movie.
Yeah.
Right. These like, what do you call that? But I can't remember. What's the term? There's a term, like a superstar, basically, right?
It's just they're coming for the star value, right?
Exactly. And what they say is that, yes, there are still superstars right now, like Robert Downey Jr., but they're less. There used to be way more, right? Like if you go into Hollywood or acting, there's like 50 superstars. Now there's like 3. And those superstars, literally, it's like if they're in the movie, it doesn't matter what the movie is.
Yeah.
People will go watch it. It will be a hit. It's not even a bargain. Now every movie is like a risk, right? Maybe that also has to do with like the decline of cinema going, Netflix or online streaming. Technology has a part to play in that. But also like the way people make movies have changed.
Yeah.
Now it's like franchise. When people make a movie, they don't make one movie. They think of like, oh, the next 20 we're going to be making, and the money that we're going to be making over the next 10 years, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and all that goes into that. And because of that, star power has dropped, and the brands, right? Harry Potter, Marvel, Captain America, all these brands have all the value. And as an actor, you're almost like replaceable, right? I'll give you this example. Tom Holland. Everyone loves him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say he's got way more movies and way more shows that people haven't watched, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, it's Tom Holland plus Spider-Man that people like.
Yeah.
Right? If you look at the ratings, right? So, and Spider-Man is a very powerful brand, right? It doesn't matter. It does matter which actor is playing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're the only person that can play Spider-Man.
Whereas
if you look at something like Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp, if you try to replace Jack Sparrow with someone that's not Johnny Depp, you're going to get riots.
Yeah.
This is not happening, all right? And even if it does, the risk of you like messing up, very high.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, you still get that occasionally with few actors, right? I mean, just the most recent example is probably The Witcher, right?
Right. Okay.
Like they can't replace him because and people are already declared that I'm not gonna watch the next
I would
season.
argue this. This is the thing. Henry Cavill, all right, he's done a lot of work, and he's a very hard worker, and he's tenacious, right? It's taken him a long time to get here, I think. I don't think Henry Cavill became a superstar overnight.
No,
right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
He had a lot of movies under his belt before he got this star power that he has, this relationship with his fans, right? I remember the first movie I saw him in. It was that movie about Odysseus, or not Odysseus, the Greek movie. Do you remember that movie? It takes place in Greece. He has a bow.
He has a bow.
It's called. Oh, I remember the movie. It was called Immortals or Immortal.
Okay, okay.
Remember?
I have watched it.
He's so skinny in that. Like when you compare him then to now, it's like, damn son, he like aged backwards.
I did watch that movie a long time ago.
Yeah, he's the star in that movie. No one remembers because it didn't do that well. It was trying to capitalize on that like 300 period basically.
Yeah,
like that was when 300 came out. It was a big hit, and Immortal basically had the same style. Like very like stylized graphics, very stylized environment sets, right? Very stylized action scenes. Like it was a 300 trend, right? A lot of movies came out like that.
Yeah.
But no, so like as an actor, you used to be able to become that. Now that avenue is more risky. Like you can't. It takes more work, I think. Whereas before, it's like it just takes one movie and you're it. Like you're in. This is my career now. I'm good. Right?
Yeah.
But now it takes more work.
I mean, I also feel like it might have to do with something like, like we currently have our stars. We have our stars. Like everyone has their favorite actor. There is people that
or
love
actors,
actor or actor. Yeah, exactly. There's some people love Henry Cavill. Some people love Tom Hardy. Some people love,
I know you like Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I love that guy. Dude. Some people love Travis Fimmel. Like the people have their big stars. Some people love Jared Butler. I know there's a whole like clique of people that just watch Jared Butler movies. So like we have our stars right now. So I feel like maybe the reason why we're not really getting any new superstars is because people already have their favorite star, which is currently still working,
Yeah.
For example, like even if you look at comparing it to like NBA, while Michael Jordan was playing, people were not like looking at the next big star and like being, oh, that's going to be my next favorite player. No, Michael Jordan was playing, so that was their favorite player.
Yeah.
Once he retired, then the next big star could actually come out.
But here's the thing: it's interesting because sports people have a very short career in the grand scheme of things, right? Actors, Ian McKellen, 80 years old, still acting, doesn't matter. So I guess you're right. There is sort of like this conveyor belt of people that people sort of flip through.
Yeah.
It's like, 10 years ago, this was my favorite actor. Now it's different, right? New people come in, people leave, you know.
Yeah, it's just I feel like with acting, it takes a longer time to get like a new batch, you could say, you know. I feel like it will take more time for people to gain the ultra stardom, you know.
All right, let's get it a little bit spicy. So, what do you think of this current batch? Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, Tom Holland, you know, this batch. What's your opinion? These are the young ones, man.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they're incredibly they are incredibly talented. I'd say, obviously. But I would say me personally, I wouldn't say I'm like a big fan, to be honest. Maybe I do actually count under those people that, you know, I already have my favorites.
Yeah.
And maybe it will take me longer to...
All right, let me swap the question a little bit. 10 years ago, or maybe even 20 years ago, who were your favorites? Like going back then? Because I think there's a generational thing. Also, there's an age thing. So the actors that I like right now, once upon a time, they were young.
Yeah, exactly right.
And if you go back to when they were young and you watch their films when they were young and watch the people that were watching their films back then, you get the divide again. It's like, oh, you know, I love Marlon Brando. Johnny Depp's not for me. He's too cutesy.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like a teen boy, you know. I like Marlon Brando. I like Robert De Niro. These like manly guys, you know. But he's too like cute. But now, Johnny Depp wouldn't even be considered that. He's like, right, he's older now, he's more wise, he's more refined as an actor.
Yeah.
The roles that he takes is not that obvious anymore. He's not like Leonardo DiCaprio, another example. You know, so maybe it's just time. Like, you would love all these actors 20 years later once they're more refined, you know?
Yeah, honestly, I feel that could be the case. You know, like, kind of maybe like you just need to like grow into them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of, and it could all tie back to like the, you know, the old saying that people don't like change, you know? So when there's like next new big face, maybe people just need some time to get used to that, you know? Yeah, all of my favorites are, you know, have been in the industry for a long time already, so.
I will tell you, I know exactly the actor that I would watch no matter what he's in. I don't care.
Who would that be?
Will Ferrell.
Okay, that's fair.
Will Ferrell. I don't know. If he's in the movie, I'm watching it. I don't care. Yeah, I'm just enjoying it.
He's good. He's really, really good.
Yeah, I would argue that he is sort of like I wouldn't say one note, more like a 5-note actor. So he has like 5 types of characters that he plays over and over again. All right? But he's so good at them, I don't care. I just want to watch him, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's exactly. The people are my favorite actors are, I would say they're multiple dimensions, you know. They definitely portray multiple different dimensions. It's that's what kind of makes it fun, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like it's fun when you see someone out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about Tusk.
Oh right, yeah. Jesus.
I was mentioning Johnny Depp in that movie. It's like, it just shows up out of nowhere. It's like, wait, is that Johnny Depp? And he didn't tell anybody. Right? Didn't tell anyone. So when people were watching that film, I think that's Johnny Depp playing this weird detective in this crazy horror film, this indie horror film, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe one day you can do that. Like, once you have such star power that you can just do whatever you want, you know, just show up randomly and people will be excited just because of that.
I mean, listen, I was already thinking about that. Like, if I ever do make it big, I would love to just start doing a bunch of like student projects, you know?
See, here's the question though. Why do you
cool.
have to wait until you make it big to do that?
I mean, right now I have to because there's no.
Now you don't have a choice.
Right now I have to, yeah. But I'm saying like, you know, you don't see big name actors in such minute projects, you know. Yeah. So I mean, I'd love to do that just because honestly, I feel like it's just fun, you know, and you get to like help out so many people, get to meet so many people.
I think like as a big name actor, if they want to work in a smaller project, usually it's out of like, it's almost like a favor, right? Like, oh, you're my friend. You're doing this thing. Let me join you.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's probably the easiest way, if you're, let's say, like a smaller film director or something, like a producer, you want this big name actor and he's your friend, you just say, hey, can you help me do this? He's like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So I think like these circles, especially like when you're starting out in your career, and I really like history, right? I love reading and learning about film history, and it's crazy to me how tight-knit it is.
Yeah, that's a good description.
I'll give you this example. Like, Francis Ford Coppola, Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, all friends. All went to the same school. Grew up together, basically, as filmmakers. They're so tight-knit, and they all basically revolutionized the film industry. Like, not even close. Like, they changed the game, right? So the question is, in the future, the people who are going to change the game, where is that group right now?
Yeah.
No one cares about them. They're nobodies, right?
Yeah.
But there's going to be a shift, and they're going to be creating some projects that's really going to push boundaries, and people will be going, wow, I literally have never seen a movie like that. Like, this is something new, So, like, in London, do you think there's a group like that in London right now? Maybe you don't know where they are. Maybe you don't know what they're doing, but they're going to be changing the game later. Right now, they're sort of getting refined, making small projects.
I mean, I'd say that if there was a group like that anywhere, it would probably be in London.
Right, yeah.
I definitely don't know them.
I mean, I do admit Britain is pretty good with acting. Like, they export some really good actors, don't they?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, in terms of acting, in terms of directing, I don't know.
Yeah, directing is more difficult.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, as an actor, it's pretty, I wouldn't say easy, but it's straightforward. The process, like, is pretty laid out for you, Go to gigs, do auditions, get jobs. But as a director, it's not as straightforward, right?
I mean, there's definitely more facets you need to manage, right?
Yeah, writing, production, even just acting. Some directors are actors themselves, right? Understanding the acting process. So, as a director, you have to manage all of those things. Money, just getting something made, out of your own dime. You take more risks that way. For me, I think I connect more with that, but I do respect the work that actors do as well. As I said, I think the best is like a director that knows how to act.
Yeah, of course.
That understands 100%. Acting. Going back to Tarantino, he knows acting because he acts sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
in very specific roles he writes specifically for himself.
Okay, that, right? It's like, all right, I'm going to be the worst person in this movie. All right, let me just jump in real quick. But at least you know that, he understands acting process because he has to go through the same thing. The other one is Brad Bird. Do you know Brad Bird?
No.
The Incredibles, Mission Impossible, Close Protocol. Okay. Right? So sometimes he does voice acting. Like, for example, he played... have you seen The Incredibles?
Yeah.
Do you know Edna? You know the short woman?
Who
makes the suits? The director voices her.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah. The director, who's a guy, voices her.
Damn, okay. That's impressive then.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So he understands the art of acting. He literally did it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think it's honestly, I would say it's a requirement for both actors, directors to understand both sides. I don't think you can be a top-notch director without having a basic understanding of acting. Yeah. And on the same note, I don't think you can be a very successful actor without having some knowledge of script writing and directing, to understand the angles, understand, how to portray what you have to portray.
You bring up a very, very good point. So as an actor, you sort of have to understand these facets as well. You're not actively taking part in them, but for example, you read scripts, right?
Yeah.
So you have to know what good writing looks like. And I'm guessing when you're starting out, that's more difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Like, how do you read something and say, when you film this on the screen, it's going to be epic. But right now it's nothing. It's just words on a paper. But trust me, this is good. You know what I mean? You read something, it's like, this is it. And you have to sort of imagine it.
Yeah.
And you can compare script A to B and say A is like 80% better than B because of these reasons.
I mean, 100%. I mean, I would say, I would say I'm getting better with that. with writing. It's something that I kind of try to work on as well. Just so I understand it better.
Yeah.
But I would say that I have read a lot of scripts and snippets that were I knew that they were not particularly good.
Give me an example. You can remember it. Come on, it's bad enough that you can remember it.
I mean, there's one recently that I did. It was just about a guy that just like randomly decides to he catches his girlfriend cheating.
Okay.
And for some reason he's like so oblivious to it, and they give like an excuse to him that he was actually like they were like bird watching in this bush, you know.
Okay.
Because they had a binoculars, and he just decides to believe that completely, and he starts bird watching with them and starts quoting like a whole bunch of like bird facts like off the top of his head. So it's just a very strange scene, but that's it, right? Because like I would say that on script that scene was really, really bad. But on screen I feel like you could make it work. I feel like you could record it in a decent way and make it, you know, a little quirky, a little fun.
No, definitely. Like I feel like that's the thing with that script. It depends on who's the one doing the acting. Terrible script. Put a right actor in there, funny, hilarious. You're laughing your ass off, right? Like put Will Ferrell in there, I'm laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Dude, Will Ferrell can say anything and he's funny.
Yeah,
he's just a funny guy. I don't care. Right?
I mean, it's kind of a saying in the in the actors world that, you know, our job is not to deliver the good lines well. Our job is to deliver the bad ones well. You know, that's kind of the saying. Like we're not.
You're never gonna get good lines every day, but you still have to bring it up to that level.
Yeah. We're not here to, you know, we're not there to make the good lines good, because if the line is good, you don't need to do anything to it. Just let it play. But we're there to make the bad ones work. You know, that's what we're there.
You bring up a very excellent point there as well, because I have an interesting insight here. Not insight, but something I sort of figured out. Comedians make for very good actors. And I think I know why. Because when you're a comedian, it's all about the delivery. Yes, writing's a part of it. This is part. But if the delivery doesn't hit, it's just not funny.
Yeah.
And the results are immediate. They laugh, they don't laugh. There's no like, oh my God, I hope we make money on this. I hope after the box office hits, like we're making a bunch of money, people are buying tickets and stuff. There is no delay. They're right in front of you. Like imagine as an actor, I guess you would have this in theater, right?
Yeah.
Audience is right there. Immediately they tell you either they like you or they don't like you.
That's true. Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why, like, for example, I'll give you this. Animated films, a lot of the times the lead voice actor is a comedian. I'll give you a few examples. Do you know the Bee movie?
Yeah.
Very memey movie. A lot of memes. I love it. My favorite one is the one where the guy is like, he's a bee. Like you're dating a bee.
Yeah.
He's a bee. So it's like he gets his girlfriend stolen by a bee.
Yeah.
So he's freaking out about it. But the Bee movie, the main character, I forgot his name, but he's played by Jerry Seinfeld. Pretty well-known comedian, right? Yeah. Jerry Seinfeld. Another example. Do you know A Bug's Life?
Yeah.
The main actor is Dave Foley. He's a Canadian comedian. He's really funny. I watch him and I watch A Bug's Life. I never attached it to the other until somebody said it. I was like, wait, that's Dave Foley? He's amazing. He's funny. He's hilarious. So it's like, oh my God, I'm looking at all these Disney and Pixar and like DreamWorks animated films. Like it's all comedians.
I mean, yeah, it's a good choice, right? Good crowd too.
It just works. It's like, how does this work? Also, here's the other, another one. This is the biggest one. Robin Williams, the genie from Aladdin. All right.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. When the writers, when they write these characters, in their brain, in their mind, they're literally thinking of the comedian. They're not thinking of this other character. They're like, I wrote this for him. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And because comedians have such a strong presence in pop culture, you're always thinking of them. Like, I think Bill Burr, like, do a Bill Burr impression. You already have an idea of how to do that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, fucking shit, god damn it. Oh. You already have that in your brain.
You can hear him.
You can hear him. So, like, when writers write and they want a character to be a specific way, their brain's like, that. Write that. It's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that works. Boom. Put it down.
For sure.
So question is, how do you become that? How are you like so present that people just think of you, right? When they're writing. So you don't even need audition.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like they want you. You're the number one choice. If they can't get you, they get a different choice. And then, okay, I couldn't get Sebastian. I'll get someone else.
Yeah. I think that introduces another struggle because for that to be the case, you need to stand out from the crowd. So you need something different that separates you from everyone, you know? And that could be, I don't know, your voice, the way you look, the way you your mannerisms, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So, but then that introduces another problem is that like typecasting is a thing, right? For example, when you think of
That's
I need a big star for an action movie.
Like there is, baby.
You already have like 3 names in your head that you would go to, and like the kind of the problem is that almost all of them are like typecasters. Like all they do is action movies.
Yes.
So, trying to make yourself stand out in a way that when someone writes a role, they think of you. It's very difficult for you to not be a typecaster for that to happen. Because when someone writes a random role.
Very specific,
and for example, you're an actor that does literally everything. You're probably not going to be the first name that pops into their head if they're writing an action movie. They're not going to think of an actor that does everything.
Yeah. Unless
they know you personally and they can make a connection. Like, oh, I know he will probably be able to do that perfectly.
Right.
So I think it's very hard to actually get to a level where you can do everything and you still stand out. In people's minds.
You're right. I think there's many ways of doing it. There's obviously the more strategic way of only taking roles of a particular type. Some people do that, right? Like I only take brooding heroes, like brooding characters. If you're not brooding and sad, I'm not interested.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's there's that. That brings up an interesting point as well. So you said that. How do you get people to think of you if you've done so many things, so that when they're thinking of a specific type of character, you're not the first name because you've done too many things.
Yeah.
Because you don't stand out in that one thing. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll give you an actor that has sort of broken that trend. So you mentioned action, right?
Yeah.
Biggest action star, one of the biggest ones of all time, Bruce Willis. Not your traditional action star. Not really. Like, if you think a traditional, you think Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Arnold. That's a traditional one. Stallone. That's an action star.
Yeah.
You put Bruce Willis as like, what is this? A 50-year-old, like, middle-aged guy. Balding.
Yeah. That's true.
He's the action hero? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what you want is like, okay, that's the type of character. But then there's a twist. You know what I mean? There's like a twist that happens. Like, oh, this is interesting. This gets my attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, another one's Johnny Depp. I keep going to Johnny Depp, but it works. Jack Sparrow.
Yeah,
one of the most famous action characters of the last 20 years. Not your traditional guy. He's not buff. He's not clean shaved. He's got like a weird mustache going on. His hair is dreadlocks. Like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
All right. He's a weird guy, but it works. So I guess the question is, like, I guess for you, when you get these roles, when you have an opportunity to put like a twist to a role and it works, how do you do that? How do you convince someone? It's like, let me put a twist on this and then convince you that this is going to work.
I think at that point, it just comes down to your delivery, right?
Yes.
So if you, for example, let's say you land a role, and you get the full script, and you decide to, actually I want to, like, it puts like a specific idea in your head, like, actually I want this character to have this, I don't know, this weird quirky thing about him.
Yes.
That's not in the script directly.
Mm-hmm. But it's like almost like hinted at, maybe. Like you can think like, in the script it says this. Because it says this, I can imagine him having this. Like, for example, in the script it says like he's very nervous. So he's nervous a lot.
Yeah.
But then later you say, what if like we find out that he actually has a condition, or he takes drugs, or he has something about him that causes his anxiety, and you can sort of hint at that.
Yeah.
So it's something that it's in the script, but you give it more depth.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, then it just comes down to the director's vision for the whole thing. Sometimes they will have a specific visions.
Yeah.
Sometimes not. Sometimes they will be open for whatever you're suggesting. So, I mean, you just have to communicate with them, just see what works. But I think if adding some twist to the character makes you get into him, makes you get into the character easier, makes you present him in a more
engaging way.
Yeah, more whether people will be able to see the character in you, then I think 100% they will be fine. They will let you add that quirk.
Have you tried doing that and gotten shouted at and slapped, and then you're out of here, you're fired, get out? This is not your job, actor. I paid you. You read exactly what's on the script. Shut the fuck up.
See, like, honestly, like, I mean, I'm just starting out, but my whole approach to acting is I actually do kind of believe that, like, I'm there to deliver whatever is in front of me.
Yeah. Okay.
So like I don't think maybe that's like potentially a bad thing, but I would never be the one to go out and do something drastic,
Mm-hmm. Unless it's on audition tape, then I don't care.
Yeah, exactly, right, exactly, and then just see what if they like it or not. But once I land the job, I'm actually very particular about delivering exactly what they ask me to.
You're professional.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I approach everything, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I kind of think that people I feel like it's just like a respectful thing to do, because like
they asked for it, they're paying you to do that, so you're gonna deliver it. And
I mean, and especially for the writer, I think. I mean, I personally like I love writing myself. It's something that I'm quite. It's an interest of mine. I read a lot, so I just have a lot of respect for writers. So when a writer writes something specific on the script, I will deliver it in that exact way.
Yeah.
And that's how I've done it when I was taking acting courses and whatnot.
Did you work with actors that didn't do that? That you could see like, they were like improving, they're adding stuff there. I don't know. Or are most actors just, all right, follow the script?
I would say that most of the actors that I actually worked with on projects, I would say they were sticking to the script. But I would say that, but there was a lot of people that I worked with during my courses, acting classes.
Yeah,
there was a lot of people that would improvise a lot. And I mean, maybe it kind of used to piss me off, yo. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And
because you don't know how to react. It's like, that's not in the script. That's not in the script.
No, let's see that. I mean, that's not even it. Like, I would be able to. I would always run with whatever they're doing.
Okay.
Because
improving.
It's important to stay in character and let the tape roll.
Yeah.
But it would piss me off in the fact that, like I said, it's like, what are you doing? It's not your job to create your own story here. We're here to present this story that's here on paper.
Yeah.
So there was one teacher or instructor, whatever you'd like to call him, that
sure
we worked with, where there was a girl in one of my courses who she's done quite a lot of work before.
Right. Okay, but she's there as a student.
But she was there as a student. And she's done a lot of work in India, I think.
I see. Was she Indian?
She was, yeah.
Okay.
At least half. I didn't speak to her much, but
fair enough. All right.
But yeah, so she had a lot of experience. As part of the course, we were asked to learn a page of a script, right?
Yeah.
To play it.
Yeah.
And she just didn't memorize the script. That was it. Like she just memorized like a few words here and there, right?
Yep.
So basically, her unprofessionalism, because of her unprofessionalism, she had to like
ad lib.
Yeah, she had to like, and she had just had to like improvise,
lines.
right?
Yep.
She just had to improvise
because she doesn't have anything to say. She can't remember anything.
Yeah,
she didn't read it.
Exactly, but that instructor of us, he was like, "Oh yeah, that was so good. You know, you guys, like, feel free to do that." And I'm like, fuck.
I can imagine the look on your face is just complete dejection. I was like, son of a bitch, I spent 15 hours on that. Are you kidding me?
I mean, like, that actually pisses me off so much. I can't even describe it.
But here's the thing, right? I wasn't there, so I can't judge, right? And I feel like it's impossible to judge. But there are certain points in time where if you're on a set and something happens, like, unexpectedly, right? Maybe everyone recites the script, but somebody says something that's out of script and it just works. And you have to, like, go with it. And because they're filming, you need to capture the moment. And if you don't do it now, it's gone.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. I mean, you have to be flexible that way. Right?
I agree, and like that's why I say whenever someone misses a line or
just keep going,
or
don't
they
stop.
improvise 100%. I mean, you have to. That's also part of our job, you know.
Yeah.
So and you know, sometimes you get like a brain freeze, you know, and you just forget your line, and it happens, you know. I'm not saying that like you need to be like 100% every single, you know, like people make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I also agree that there's moments where an improvisation could actually create a much more memorable moment, and actually ends up being used right for the film because it's just so natural, you know, whatever it is that happened. So I think that it is important as well. But at the end of the day, actors are there to deliver it.
Yeah.
To do their job.
Yeah.
It's just to deliver the lines that the writer has written.
Yeah. No, I understand that completely. Like the respect for the writing, because I understand that when you're writing something, in your imagination, you have an exact image or an exact scene of what's going on. Like even the way the line is delivered.
Yeah.
Emphasizing certain syllables, right? So I understand completely. I think like if you have an understanding of writing to that level, you would respect it. And you would put a lot of attention and focus on that. Yeah. No, I agree. So here's the other question. This is relevant. Have you ever worked with an actor that you knew that they've been acting for a long time? Like ever since, like, let's say they were a kid. And I'm wondering if there is a difference. Right? Because acting is a skill, right?
Yeah.
And you know, like, child prodigies, right? They start very young. So by the time they're 20, they're so good. They're so comfortable on set. You're like, oh, you grew up here. You know, you're home. This is your home. You literally grew up here. So, like, your skill level is way above us. Even as an adult actor, you're like, oh my God, I'm working with this guy. He's, like, way better, you know? So do you think, like, actors that have grew up with acting, do you think they get a leg up on that? Like, they sort of get an advantage?
Yeah, I would say so. 100%. I would say there's definitely people out there that could be in their 40s. They've never done any acting ever in their life.
Okay.
And then randomly a guy approaches them like, "Oh, do you want to like do a scene with us for theater? Because whatever, just for fun."
Yeah, I'll come
and he will step on that stage and be an absolute like superstar. Like he will do everything perfectly, right?
Yeah.
There are people like that with incredible talent, you know. But I would say that even for people that maybe are not like particularly like super talented in acting from birth, if they've been doing it from a young age, just the comfort factor that they have is just incredible advantage. Like when I first started, I was like sweating balls, you know. It was, and I would never want to watch the first scenes that I've ever recorded. You know?
God, that's the worst thing for an actor, I think. Just going back and watching that, it's like, kill me now, please.
Yeah, there's definitely the comfort factor is definitely a big one, because if you don't feel comfortable, then there's no way that you can possibly, you know, be yourself.
Yeah, you know, there's a solution to that. Just start smoking weed, man.
Come
Dude.
on.
That's your type, man. You typecast as the weed smoker, as the high, as the stoner. You're just stoned. It's like, why is he so chill all the time? He's like, oh. Wouldn't that be funny that you get typecast as a stoner dude just because you're so nervous on set? You just smoke weed all the time. And it's like, he's just stoned all the time.
I think. I mean, I don't know how open they would be to be working with someone like that, but I think it would.
Dude, you gotta find
work.
a director who's
work.
also a stoner. That's it. He's like, all right, let me just smoke it with you, man. I'm also stressed out. Give me one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. But honestly, like, even just moving back to the script thing.
Yeah.
I would say that there is it's one of my personal like weirdest experiences when I started learning acting and writing is have you seen the movie 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri?
No, I don't know that movie.
It's
what's the premise?
I mean the movie has won a lot of awards. It's really good. Like Peter Dinklage plays in that.
Okay, all right. Is he the main star?
No, he's not the main star, but
Right.
he is like a supporting actor. But
Okay.
he's fucking good in that movie as well.
Okay.
But I mean the premise is basically like there's a girl who got murdered
Okay.
in a small town,
Sure.
and but people just decide to like sweep it under the rag, like the police, whatever. They don't care about it that much.
Mhm. Yep.
So the mother decides to rent these 3 big billboards on
Okay.
like an old road,
Mm-hmm.
and just puts like very controversial statements on it, like like fuck the mayor, whatever, like.
Yeah.
And then it causes like a big controversy, and people are telling her to like take it down, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that's the premise,
Yeah.
But I've read the script before
Mhm.
I've ever seen the movie. So I've downloaded the script online. I was just interested because I was
Mhm.
looking at movies that won
Yeah.
awards before, and I started reading the script, and I was so like immersed in the script, to be honest. I've read it was my first time reading the script before seeing the actual movie, so
Mhm.
everything in the script I had my own vision of it, right?
Yes.
And I would say that personally, I've watched the movie afterwards. I would say that reading the script was
Yeah.
actually better
Ah,
than
there
the
you
movie.
go. Hey,
I mean,
you're
the movie-
you're the book better person.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
The book's better.
I wanna like clear out that like the movie is incredible. It's
It's
actually
good.
it's actually
Alright.
really good.
Yes.
I'm not saying that it's not good, but I'm saying that the script
Mm-hmm.
I would say is actually better than the movie.
See,
personally.
here's the thing, right? Maybe for the movie to be that good, the script has to be better
Yeah, man. Yeah.
because you have so many people working on the movie. How do you it's crazy if you think about it. Like for a movie set, you have let's say 100 people working on that movie set.
Mm.
Everyone needs to have a single thing that's focused in their minds.
Yeah.
You have to connect that way or it doesn't work. The actors, the lighting guy, the sound guy, the director, the assistant director, the writer, everyone has to be involved in the same universe, right? Whereas if you're a writer writing something on paper, you don't have that problem.
Mm.
It's one head.
Yeah.
So this is why I feel like if you read scripts that have a lot of writers that's worked on it, you can tell,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Disjointed ideas.
Yeah, it's like, what is this thing? But when you have a focused script, you can tell. Like, this is a very singular vision, and it just comes through. And I'm guessing when you were reading that script, that's what happened. That it completely connected with your mind because it's like, wow, this is just flowing.
Yeah, exactly.
Immersed.
Exactly.
There's no gap.
I mean, it felt like reading a book,
Yeah,
It felt like reading a book,
Mhm.
and I think that's kind of what makes good scripts stand out. Is if you're reading a script and it just flows like you're reading a book.
Yep.
Then that's it. You've hit the jackpot.
Okay.
And like I mentioned before, like actors' job is to deliver the bad lines well, right?
Yep.
Let's just say that I don't think that actors didn't. I don't think that the actors had much trouble with the lines in that movie because I feel like almost
It's
all of
so
them
memorable.
were just. I feel like almost all of them were just so good.
Yeah.
That, I don't think they had. They've done a tremendous job with acting, but I think the script definitely didn't get in the way. You know what I mean?
Okay, so say it again. What's the name of the movie? I think, people should go check it out if they haven't.
3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
That's a very long title.
It's a long title,
That
and
is a
it's
very
kind of
long
strange.
title.
Yeah, it's a strange title.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not for everyone. I would say it's more of an acquired taste because it's like drama, maybe a bit like slow pace.
Yeah.
But I think if people wanna,
It's like your Fox Searchlight film.
yeah,
It feels more like that.
especially if people are interested in looking into like acting a little bit more and writing. I feel like that's a good movie.
This
to
is
look
almost like a master class.
Yeah,
You can look at all aspects of it. So, this is what it is. This is how you do this.
Yeah, I would say.
No, that's cool. No, okay. So I'm gonna bring in a topic that you brought in.
Okay.
Which is, I guess, relevant to what we're talking about, which is acting, what you're doing, and relevant to what you brought up in the beginning of the podcast, which is like you were struggling on some, with motivation.
Yeah.
So the question that you asked was, what's more important, pursuing your dreams or focusing on the now? So from what I understand from that question, this is my explanation of it, which is when you wake up during the day, you only have set amount of time and energy.
Yeah.
Right? So do you spend that just relentlessly pursuing your dream? So everything you do is like, I'm going to check my email. I'm going to do this. I'm going to message this guy. I'm going to practice this. I'm going to go to classes, right? But when you're doing that, you might be a bit stressed out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not enjoying it anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas focusing on now, the alternative is like, I'm pursuing that, but take it easy, man. Chill a little bit. Like it's not worth me stressing out about it. I need to be enjoying day to day. So sort of like having to choose between the two. So I'll give it to you. Like, what do you think? Like, is that what you're saying? Basically, what you're asking?
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a part of it. I always find it interesting and difficult to figure out when you have a specific dream of like what you want to do, right, in life.
Sure.
But that specific dream doesn't bring any benefits to you now, currently,
Material benefit.
Especially material benefits, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I always wondered on people's perspective on that is like, what should you focus on? Do you pursue what makes you happy? Do you pursue what you would like to do, or do you focus on the now? And like the easiest example would be, for example, like with acting right now. That's not something I can make a living on right now. So how much work do I put into that as opposed to focusing on the now and just focusing on my 9-to-5 job, just to earn the money, I mean, that's kind of where I was going with that. How much importance do you put into pursuing your dreams as opposed to focusing on your day-to-day life?
No, I think I know what you're saying then. It's a tug of war, basically. And they're literally on the complete opposite sides of each other. Yeah. Like, when you're focusing on now, you're not pursuing the dream. Yeah. Where you could be. But when you're doing that, you can literally see your material benefits dropping.
Yep.
You're like, okay, I can't eat that anymore. I used to be able to do that. I can't anymore. All right, that's out. Yeah. Right. I used to be able to meet up with friends more. I used to be able to just go out and eat. I used to be able to buy my family something if I wanted to. Yeah. I can do less of that, and it's very painful.
And I think that's especially a struggle for people that are passionate about. I mean, I would say especially in the creative field, right?
Because, definitely. Yeah.
Because like if your dream is to earn like a specific amount of money, you can do that. You can do that while focusing on the now, right? Because you can just work your ass off, get the promotions.
You could say that, but sometimes money also takes time to come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it depends really, but I think as an actor, the struggle is more pronounced. I do agree with that. Any of the artistic fields, it's more pronounced. Yeah. Because you're just earning like nothing, to be honest. Like if I'm trying to build a business, I'm earning something, and I can try to get it up and up, but as an actor, your improvement as an actor does not correlate to how much money you earn. Yeah, exactly. It's like completely disconnected, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I understand completely what you're saying.
Yeah. So I would say it's there's definitely a lot of people that will be able to see themselves in that struggle.
Yeah.
Because if your dream is to be a CEO of some company,
you have to make money.
Yeah, you have to make money, and I would say that the path forward is much more visible. It's much easier to see.
Yeah, also the path to the dead end is also visible.
That's exactly.
Like, all right, I'm gonna go out of business next month. I'm running out of money. It's not gonna be sustainable.
Yeah. So
at least you're gonna end. Okay.
It's so yeah, that's kind of what I've been struggling with. Because I've spent 3 years studying programming, right?
Yes.
But having graduated, I don't see myself doing that 9 to 5.
Nah.
That's not something I'm passionate about. It would just make me fucking sad, dude. Honestly. It's I don't see myself doing that. But the things that I am passionate about that I would like to do, none of them bring the immediate materialistic gain,
This is very important. So I guess for me, I think I have a similar problem, right? It's not the same. So for me, my day job is programming, right? So I work on software, I make apps, websites, right? I get paid to do that work. I love it, but everything I do at my day job, at the end of the day, I'm building someone else's dream. If that makes sense. Yeah. Someone else's product, someone else's service, someone else's brand. There's no sense of ownership.
Yeah.
Right? So even though I love programming, that lack of ownership for me is very painful. Right? But I do understand that once I start working for myself, I'll have more ownership, but I don't have the benefits of stability or comfort anymore. It's like, I get this paycheck, I'm happy, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Right? So that's my struggle. It's a bit different than yours. Right? So I'm coming from this viewpoint, just as a heads up. But I think for me, I can only speak for myself. The thing that really anchors it, keeps me motivated, really motivated, right? Is that I always ask myself, why am I doing this? Why do I sacrifice material benefit in order to do the things that I'm really passionate about? Yeah? It's I need to ask that question. Why do you do it? Why the sacrifice? And for me, I sort of came to a conclusion. It's about the life I want to live. Right? What kind of life do you want to live? Because at the end of the day, it's your life. It's not your boss's life. It's not your parents. It's not the people you work for. It's yours. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
That's the end, boy. You're dead. So, you have ultimate responsibility, right? To choose what you want to do. And for me, I came to a conclusion. It's all right, this is my conclusion. This is what I want to do. And my conclusion was, I want to live my life working on cool shit with cool people. That's it. I know it's funny. It's a simple definition. Or work on awesome shit with awesome people. You can replace that word with any adjective you want, but that's basically it.
I mean, yeah, that's
right?
That's the thing, right? You need to the current struggle and difficulties that you're going through. They need to be justified by the potential of the future that you're hoping to build, right? The potential future that you could build needs to be good enough that it's justifiable for you to go through all that struggle.
So here's the thing. I guess my conclusion is that I disagree with that.
Okay.
My conclusion is that I need to define what I want now and use what I want to justify the things I'm doing now. So when I'm saying work on cool shit with cool people, that's now. Even me and you recording this podcast, this gives me so much meaning. I'm not earning shit.
Yeah.
I don't get paid to do this, but I sure heck am having way more fun. Like way more fun doing this. I don't get paid. I don't care. Because I'm working on this cool podcast with my cool friend. That's all that matters to me. So when I do that and then people give me shit, it's like, Feng, you got to earn more money. You know, oh, you need to perform better. You need to work overtime. It's like, fuck off. I know what I want. This is my life. I decide. Right? Yeah, I got to make a living. I got to pay the bills. But after that, I get to choose. Okay? So like for me, I justify every day by what I'm doing that day and what I have planned. It is from the future, but it's not something I'm waiting to get. It's something that I will get based on what I'm doing.
Okay.
Right? Like, for example, setting up this podcast, right? Asking you, hey, do you want to be on the pod? Setting the stuff up, buying the equipment. It's all me. I'm actively working towards that. And I will tell you there was a big gap. Like, for example, when I recorded the first episode of this podcast, it was a big gap. It was like a month gap until now. This is the second episode. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Why is there a gap? What happened? Well, motivation's one thing. I lost my motivation, but I found it again. And the other thing is that setup. I asked people, they couldn't join. I do this, I do that. But whenever I was getting closer to the second episode, I was so happy. Like whenever I was like, oh, I got that. It's like, oh, Sebastian said he's going to join. Yes, I got a guest. Let's go. Like the motivation just comes straight back because I'm inching closer to doing the thing I love, which is, you know, making cool shit with cool people, right? So me, I'm trying to optimize for that, right? If I can do that every day, I'm happy.
Okay, yeah.
It's a self-definition.
I mean, that kind of reminds me of Kanye West. And his
okay.
He said a very similar thing to you.
Oh my god, I'm crazy. Oh no, Sebastian, are you saying I'm crazy, dude?
Nah.
All right.
I mean, like, there's a famous clip from early on in his career, right? When he got a phone call while in the studio, recording like one of his first tracks.
Yes.
And in the phone call, I think it was, who the hell was it?
Someone famous?
Yeah, someone famous, but I don't recall who.
It's fine.
Now.
So somebody called Kanye.
One of the no. I mean, like the people that were inside the studio with him.
Okay, they were together in the studio.
There was a. But damn, I don't know who it was now. Was it like Dr. Dre? I can't remember the clip now. But anyway, there was someone big from the industry in the studio with them, and they said that they knew Kanye is gonna make it when he picked up the call, and he said, "I can't talk because I'm." They exchanged some words, and he said, because I'm cool as fuck and I do cool as fuck shit with people, something along those lines. And he said that's how he knew he was gonna make it, you know, because I'm cool as fuck and I do cool shit. That's
his mentality. It's like, okay, no one's gonna stop this guy.
That clip always makes me laugh. That's a good one. But then another aspect of it is like the whole saying, trust the process, right?
Sure.
How much do you believe in that saying? The trust the process, you know?
I will say when I'm doing something, I'm so immersed in that activity, trust isn't even a concern. Like, it's like if you put a fish in water, it's going to swim. Right? Like, imagine a fish, right? You put a fish on land, he's going to whale about, he's not going to be able to walk. But when you put fish in water, it just swims. It's natural. If you have a bird that can fly, you drop him off like a ledge or a cliff, he's going to fly. Do you say, bird, do you trust in flying? When I throw you this thing down, like, do you think of like, oh, I can fly now. I trust in my wings. I'm able to fly. No, it's like pure instinct. So for me, when I'm in my zone, when I'm doing stuff, I'm not thinking about that. Trust doesn't even come in. It's pure intuition and instinct.
Okay.
It's hard to explain. But that's the feeling I get. It's almost like you're so immersed in it, you don't think about anything else.
Okay. So let's say your target was to make a living from podcasting, let's say, for example, right?
All right, let's say that's the target.
Yeah. And so instead of your target being just being able to do cool shit with people, your target is a specific thing. I want to be able to make a living podcasting.
X amount of money podcasting.
Yeah, exactly. Then there needs to be a process that goes before you get to that point, you know, and that's obviously, you know, doing
Getting
more
guests.
podcasts, getting more guests, building connections with other
Building
podcasts,
the brands, you know, all that stuff.
you know, all that. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work that you need to put in that will you're not gonna get paid for.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So how the saying "trust the process" is basically like, you know, how far would you be willing to go? How far would you be willing to keep with the process until you potentially achieve that? You know.
Okay, I will say this. I have an answer to this. Funny enough.
Okay.
I think that whatever goal or target I set for myself, I don't know when I'll get it, right? I can say, oh, in a month, 6 months, in a year, whatever, right? But if you asked me, Feng, if you don't reach that target, like the target you set for yourself in that X amount of time, will you stop? No. Because I love doing this so much.
Okay.
So that's how I reason it. It's like I love podcasting so much that if you told me, Feng, you're going to be 80 years old, you're still going to be podcasting episode 2000 something, and you've never been paid a single dime from podcasting, do you still want to continue down this path? I will tell them, I love doing this so much. Yes, I'll still do it again. Right? Because I love the process so much, it doesn't even come into question. Right?
Okay.
Yes, I have targets. Yes, I want to make money from this. Yes, there are goals. But the thing that supersedes that comes before that, is that I love this thing so much, I don't mind not getting paid until later. You know?
Yeah.
That's not the motivating factor. The motivating factor is I love doing this. If I want to make money from this, the justification is if I can make money from this, that will let me do more of this. Rather than recording 1 podcast a week, I can record 3.
Yeah.
4 podcasts, 5. That is huge motivating factor. You see? So the motivating factor is not the money or the financial goals. It's the activity itself and what allows me to do more of it because I love doing it.
Okay. Yeah. That's a fair way to look at it.
Yeah.
Find the joy in the process rather than the goal itself.
Or the thing. Right? It's not even the process. It's literally the thing. What are you building? Right? What are you building? Like I would say if I was an actor, what would give me satisfaction is watching myself on screen in a story. Right? And not in audition tapes. Like final product.
Yeah, of course.
That's actually the deciding factor. That's what I get satisfaction from when I put something in a final product, final cut. I'm in there. I'm part of the story. If I was an actor, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So if I was an actor and I'm not getting that, I'd be pissed. I'd be pretty sad. I was like, dude, why am I doing this? I've been acting for a year. Not a single thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm not producing anything. I'm just like constant. It's like I buy the microphones. I set up the thing, right? I try to invite guests, but I never record a single episode.
Yeah.
And I never put the episode out. No one gets to see this. I would get depressed really fast. Because when I say I love podcasting, I mean I love recording it. I love editing it. I love talking with new people. I love having conversations. And I love putting it out there so people can listen to it and enjoy themselves. That's the whole package. So if you don't have the whole package, you're not. I'm at least for me, I'm not going to be as passionate. I'm not going to be as happy.
Of course, yeah. And then it also comes down to like, you know, like for me personally, like your personal values could get in the way as well. You know, of pursuing something. For example, like right now, I'm struggling personally because I'm personally believe that. Listen, earning money is like I need to start earning money, you know.
Okay.
And of course, I mean, I work, right? I mean, I work with a family business and all that. So I do put in the work, but that does not bring money directly, you know.
Yeah.
It kind of like the work I do kind of just like saves the money for the business almost, you know.
Yeah, it's not like getting more money; it's saving cost.
Yeah, because I mean, that's kind of like when you're self-employed,
Yeah,
that's kind of what it does. It's like currently all I'm doing is I'm saving a lot of money and time for our family business, and that helps us to get more money technically.
Yeah,
but it's not me bringing the money directly. You know what I mean?
Right. So it gives you more meaning when you're like adding on top of that.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like I need to be directly bringing more money, not indirectly, but directly. And that's kind of like one of my core beliefs. Like I feel like that's kind of my responsibility as a man.
Right. Okay.
And the struggle I find right now is that I can either do that, like do my part-time on the family business and focus on my dreams.
Yes.
Possible dream career, which currently brings nothing monetarily. I mean, a little bit here and there, but not enough to actually like be sustainable.
Not enough to do that, and not enough to meet your own expectations.
Yeah, exactly. So I can either choose between doing the part-time for the family business and getting like an actual like outside part-time job as well that will bring in the money now.
Yeah.
Directly, which would satisfy my beliefs and my like my personal like wants of like I want to bring more money directly to the family to help out, right?
Yeah. It
would satisfy that desire that I have,
Yeah.
But then I lose the dream.
Yeah.
Because I would not be able to do all three.
You know yourself.
Yeah.
I trust you on that.
I would not be able to do all three because just the time that I would need to put in, like I would maybe be able to do like, I don't know, one self-tape every like 2 weeks or something, I would not have enough time to actually put in enough significant work towards the dream to actually potentially be making steps forward, So I feel like sometimes I just feel stuck between the two decisions,
Yeah.
Which part of my values do I satisfy? Do I satisfy the values of me contributing directly, contributing for the now, or do I satisfy my desires and my dreams towards the future of like what I can potentially build? So that's kind of the struggle I find myself in, and I feel like that's a struggle that probably a lot of people find themselves in.
Especially actors, huh?
Especially actors, yeah. So, that's another thing. Is like like if I didn't have that personal belief, then I would probably be able to make even more progress towards my dreams because I wouldn't feel guilty about not contributing for the now, Whereas now I get distracted on my work towards the dreams because I feel personally responsible that I need to contribute to the now as well.
Yeah.
No,
so, that's a hard one. Yeah, that's a hard one. I think this is like your personal struggle, man.
Yeah.
But I also believe that if you can get through this, you're gonna be a different person. It's almost like a trial. Like King Arthur, he's got many trials. The first one is pulling the sword out of the stone. This is like you, and if you want to think about it mythically like that, right? This is your trial.
Yeah.
Right? This thing will decide what you do for the next 10, 20 years. That's huge.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's going to affect your life, basically, right? What that looks like. So I think it's worth definitely mulling over it.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing the past few weeks. It's been, that's the, but I mean, we'll see where everything goes.
I'll challenge you right now. One question.
Okay.
Very simple question. Is your family happy now?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so, yeah.
Okay. If you brought in more money on top of that, not saving, on top of that,
yeah,
would they be even more happy?
Yeah.
And you say that with a lot of confidence because maybe they're stressing out about money sometimes, and more money would just like, all right, we don't have to think about that now.
I mean, yeah, it would remove some stress factors for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if that's the case, I think the question then becomes, what can I do to relieve my family of this excess unhappiness or stress, right? What is the thing I can do and then stop? And anything extra besides that, because that's my responsibility, right? I have to do that. I feel the responsibility. But any other time I have on top of that, I can just fully in. Like if I can meet this gap, then I can fully go into acting. And when I'm acting, I'm not feeling this like conflict of like, oh, I'm acting again. Oh, I should be doing that. Like, why am I doing this? You know?
Yeah.
So I guess the question is that a possibility? Is there a life or a lifestyle that you can build that can allow you to meet your minimum responsibility, that you can say like, oh, I'm bringing extra for my family and now I'm feeling better. And although I didn't have not as much time as I did before for acting, now because I've relieved myself of this conflict, the time that I have, the less time I have, is even more devoted. Like I'm always on, I'm always focused, I'm like more on point. So you're doing more with less time.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I mean, there's definitely something that needs to be
resolved.
Yeah, it needs. I feel like it's kind of maybe it would need some trial and error period, you know. Just experiment a little bit. Maybe I think it probably is achievable. I mean, I don't have a specific answer to it now.
Yeah.
But I think it definitely can be. But yeah, honestly, I mean, you know, it's just personal struggles, right? I mean,
yeah, man, that's life, dude.
So yeah, exactly, that's life,
dude.
Life is
damn, son, that's life. Damn.
We're not. I've heard a quote once. You know, it's like life is not for you to be happy. It was.
That's a good start.
And honestly, I feel. I honestly like. If you really, really think about it, I kind of get the. I get the message. You know, life is not for you to be happy.
Is there a second part of that quote?
No, bro. That's
Son
it.
of a bitch.
That's it.
That was gonna be a positive. But what the heck happened?
I mean,
okay.
It kind of depends on your personal values, because that was kind of coming from, you know, like the traditional, like a traditional set of values, perspective, where life is not for you. Life is not for you to be happy because you're not there to just have fun and play around, you know.
I get that. Yeah.
Everyone has responsibilities and things that they should be doing, which might not be fun. Might not be fun. They might not bring them happiness, but it's what they should do, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, even though the quote initially is really funny, but I feel like if you actually think about it, I think it has a good set of legs, you know.
Or I think this is like a good endpoint, because I think, you know, we talked about your experiences acting wise, right? The industry, how it's going, what your thoughts are about filming and acting and all that. I think like that was very insightful.
I mean, as insightful as it can be from someone just starting off.
As somebody who hasn't done any acting, it's very, very educational. You know, it's very educational, like the things that you guys have to go through just to get work. Because, dude, I wake up 9. I get bombarded with messages. That's work for me. I check my emails. It's like, all right, I got to do shit. You guys is like, well, what am I doing today? No clue.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's all from you, basically. Like, you're the driver, you know?
Yeah. There's no guidelines.
No. Also, like, your struggle with motivation, the conflict that you feel between the two. I think I have something similar. Not the same, right? I'm not an actor. I'm not the same. And I think I'm privileged enough that I don't have to deal with it directly. We can talk about that in another episode, though. That's fine. Yeah, but it's really good that, you know, it's really inspiring, I guess, in some ways, that you're making the attempt.
Yeah, the attempt.
So many people, man. So many people say like, oh my God, I wish I could be this. I wish I could try this. You know, I never did that. But you, right now, like, you have to understand that you're brave enough. That's the other thing as well. It's not just about passion or the process. It's like you're brave enough to like take the first step. And so many people can't even do that. They can't even try. No first step. 10, 20 years, bye-bye. That's it. That's your life. You know?
Yeah.
So I think like it's very admirable that you're willing to do that. And I think this is a turning point. So you're like King Arthur.
Yeah, I'm definitely the king.
You're King Arthur, and then Guinevere, your wife, is having sex with your best friend Lancelot.
Nice.
And this is your struggle.
Nice.
And you're conflicted. You're like, oh my god, he's my wife, he's my best friend, and they're having an affair. How do I deal with this? This is so bad.
Execute Lancelot. And the wife, why not?
I'm not gonna make a joke. I just thought of a very bad joke. I'm not gonna make it.
off with their heads.
This is a trial, okay? And I hope that you deal with this and you beat this, right? And whatever happens, I don't know what's gonna happen, but whatever happens, next time you come back here, that you're gonna feel better.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna feel better. You're gonna be doing better things. You're gonna be like more confident. You're gonna be not happy, but more fulfilled.
No, for sure. Yeah. The cogs need to be turning, you know. Work needs to be done. Next time if I return here for some future episode, I'm gonna have much more positive things to say. I'm sure.
No, dude, we like to be real here, man. So even if you feel like shit next time, just say it, man. Just like tell us what's going on, you know. Because like we don't want to be like social media fakery. Right? Posting on Instagram, telling people how perfect it is. Look at my beautiful family, and then you gotta have a divorce next week.
Oh yeah.
That happens way too much these days.
It needs to become a reality by the next time I come here. You know.
I'll quote you again, man. Life is not to be happy.
Yeah.
At least not all the time. You know, sometimes it can be happy, but not all the time. That's not life. You know.
For sure.
No, dude. Good luck, man, and thanks for joining me today. And thank you to Sebastian as a guest and just telling us about his life story and what he's going through right now. So Sebastian, like, can you give us like your handle? Like what are you working on right now? Stuff like that.
I mean, you can find me on my YouTube, Ravager72. That's RAVAGER 72 on YouTube, and Ravager72 official, same spelling on Instagram. You can have a look at my
can you spell that out actually for Instagram as well?
That's RAVAGER 72 OFFICIAL. All
right, perfect.
I mean that's my hobby. Something I do on the side. Some content creation. If it piques anyone's interest, you know, some good old school gameplay playthroughs.
Nice. There you go.
Something to distract yourself with sometimes, you know.
Hey man, yeah, if you want to look at sexy Sebastian playing video games.
Yeah.
In his hoodie. in a dark room.
Sexy in quote marks.
If you want that, check out his YouTube, check out his Instagram. Alright guys. Alright, this is going to be the end of episode 2 of Feng's Caravan podcast. And this is going to be available on YouTube, Spotify, and any other streaming channels I can think of. And we will see you guys again next time.